Hey, what's up, everyone? I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm going to dive right into the Southwest Classic between the number 10 Arkansas Razorbacks and the number 23 ranked Aggies of Texas A&M. But before I give you my thoughts and my breakdown, let me preface everything I'm about to say with none of this should be taken as trash talk. I'm genuinely trying to look at these teams as objectively as my rabid Razorback blood will allow. And with that said, Texas A&M is a potentially dangerous team. They have lots of talent, but the reason Jimbo Fisher is starting to feel some real warmth under his seat is because not enough of that potential is actually being displayed on the football field. When I sat there watching their game against Miami, I felt like I was looking at the same Aggies team that I watched play Colorado at this time last season in preparation for this game. In terms of strengths and deficiencies, they really seem like the same team heading into this matchup. Contrarily to Arkansas, their secondary has looked stout, but their front seven has looked a bit soft against the run. Their offensive line has struggled in pass protection. Their run game hasn't looked all that threatening. They do have Max Johnson at quarterback, which gives them more of a veteran presence at that position than they had last season. But in terms of the quarterbacks Arkansas has had to prepare for thus far, I'd certainly say he's the easiest to prepare for. That's not a knock against him. He's just not as mobile as the other quarterbacks Arkansas has faced. He's more of a prototypical game manager. He's not going to get you beat with a lot of wild throws, but he's also typically not going to make a whole lot of plays out of nothing for you either. And the Aggies also still have their dynamic duo of Ainias Smith and Devon Achane, two guys that Arkansas absolutely cannot afford to let have the ball in open space. But if you're just going off what these two teams have put on film so far this season, I think overall Arkansas just looks like the more superior team in every facet outside of the secondary. Arkansas leads the country in sacks while also leading the country in passing yards surrendered. And right therein lies the hope for A&M in this game, outside of obviously them being able to force some turnovers or hoping that the Razorbacks will shoot themselves in the foot. A&M, namely Jimbo Fisher or whoever is going to be calling the offense, has got to scheme up some ways for the Aggies to attack what has been a shaky, to say the least, pass defense for the Hogs. If they're unable to score enough points to at least keep this game competitive, then Aggie fans will have every right to be questioning the product the offense is putting on the field. But do keep in mind that like A&M's team as a whole, Arkansas' secondary does have talent. It's just vastly underperformed to this point. Nonetheless, that's clear in a way an area you have to give the Aggies the advantage in. However, when it comes to other advantages, such as quarterback versus quarterback, offensive line versus defensive line, and vice versa, wide receivers, running backs, overall offense, run defense, ability to effectively create pressures and sacks against the opposing team's quarterback, I think those are all areas that you would find the majority of the country giving to Arkansas. So, even though, as I mentioned, A&M is a potentially dangerous team, it is hard for me as a Razorback fan to not feel confident heading into this game. I'm not expecting a blowout by any means, but I would not be surprised to see Arkansas win this one by double digits. With quarterback KJ Jefferson, running back Rocket Sanders, wide receivers Matt Landers, Jaden Hazelwood, Keytron Jackson, Warren Thompson, tight end Trey Knox, and what has looked like one of the best offensive lines in the country to this point, along with a defense that doesn't give up much against the run and leads the country in sacks, I just think right now the Hogs will be too much for the Aggies. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for your time. If you enjoy the content, please remember to like and subscribe so that we can continue to build this thing together. And if you're already subscribed and you're a member of the Rabid Razorback family, as always, I just have to say thank you for all the love and support. It is so greatly appreciated. Until next time, I pray the Lord keeps you all safe and blessed. And of course, go Hogs!